My name is Mark Stever, and I'm Executive Director of Mainline Deputy Dog. And we help people train their own service dogs, and we do two different kinds of service dogs. Mobility dogs that help people with physical challenges, and psychiatric service dogs that help people with psychiatric concerns. But either way, they're performing tasks, because that's what service dog means, that they have to be performing tasks that make their human partner's life easier and more independent. So they're doing things that allow them to do things that they might not be able to do if they didn't have a service dog. What we're showing today is Tim and Monty, and they are training to be both, actually, both mobility and psychiatric tasks. For Tim, who was in the military, and he has different things that the dog will do that will help him be more independent, like for physical support would be walking support if he has any trouble, just giving him some physical support walking. And then there's things for being out in society, and if people are too close, the dog will create space around you and help you deal with crowds and people being around you more.
I got out of the military in April 2010 after 3 tours in Iraq, and I thought that I needed extra help. I took it upon myself to scour the internet to find organizations that would help train and provide a service dog for me. And as soon as I saw them, it was love at first sight, and I totally went with it. And ever since I've had him, it's just been a kind of a roller coaster, like the ride of my life, because I feel as though he helps me, and he's there for me, and I'm there for him.
Today we're going to be showing Tim and Monty training for some service dog tasks. And in particular, Monty is being trained as both a mobility and a psychiatric service dog. So today we're going to be showing you different tasks called blocking, posting, and clearing. And that is for someone who needs space around them when they're out, in a crowd, anywhere out in life, and they need to have space, and people might get too close. Tim has post-traumatic stress. So a dog would be taught to go in front of him to keep people at bay. If someone is walking beside you, too close to you, the dog will walk with them and keep them at a certain distance. And then the third thing is called posting, which is going behind you. So if you're working at a bank machine, or if you're talking with someone and you don't know what's going on behind you and that makes you feel uncomfortable, the dog will know to go and post and sit behind you or stand behind you, whatever you want to train the dog to do. In Tim's case, he actually wants the dog to be touching him when he's behind there for a feeling of security, so that's what we're training him to do. A lot of the tasks that we teach a psychiatric service dog to do are interruptive tasks, because if you can interrupt any type of behavior before it starts happening, that's the best case scenario. So if you have episodes of anxiety, panic attacks, or severe depression, you're going to do something, and we'll talk with a student about, if we can identify what happens with them and their bodies before they get into a full-fledged attack. So for someone, it might be just the rubbing of their hands like this, and we often use this as a teaching technique to teach our students how to teach. That someone might rub their hands like this if they're going to have any type of an anxiety attack. They might tap their foot a lot, or they might do whatever with their body. But at the same time that they're doing it with their body, there's a chemical change happening in the body, which ultimately is what the dog is going to act upon in a real life situation. They're going to sense that, they're going to smell that, and you don't really even have to be doing the activity the physical activity that we teach. They're going to operate on that chemical change. Another thing that we're experimenting with is silent commands, and there are some trainers out there that do exclusively silent commands for service dogs, because it makes the team and the service dog even less conspicuous, so they blend more in with society. And so people are doing that, and Tim wanted to do that with Monty, so one of the things we'll be showing you today is the scuff of the foot, which means sit for Monty. So for more information about Mainline Deputy Dog, you can visit our website, which is mldd.org. standing for Mainline Deputy Dog, but it's mldd.org, and there's a lot of information on there about classes and everything else.